Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. Hi there. Thanks for stopping by today. Are you watching Love is Blind on television? I think it's on Netflix. All about the people meeting in the pods and choosing to fall in love with somebody and ask them to be married to them, all without having seen the person. Kind of calls into question whether it's all about looks or whether you can make a connection, then meet the person and still follow through with that wedding. And I wanted to talk about, look what I found. A little toodaloo. Doesn't she look like a little lady? She looked like a cute little lady. You a little fluffy lady. Thank you, Tutu. Did you want to be on camera too? Oh, Frank's come here too. Oh, hi, Frank. I don't think I've ever had both of them in my lap at the same time. Where was I? What are we talking about? Love is Blind. Mixed results on that, honestly. Some of these people manage to find connection and keep it once they meet each other in person. They find their way to chemistry. Other people can't seem to manage. There's disappointment and they try to get there or don't. It's an interesting experiment. It's not a real... Okay, Tallulah's in my lap because Frank keeps smacking her around the desk here. Match.com did a survey of singles and asked them to rate what was most important to them in matching with somebody, in a partner. I thought maybe you would be curious to know whether or not looks came in at number one. Hint, it did not. Right off the bat. Let's go through some of the things that people thought were more important than looks, statistically speaking, because it's, of course, based on a study. That's what's on the agenda. I hope you'll stick around. 97% of the people said they would most like to have somebody who is taking care of and aware of their own mental health. And I've noticed that myself. In fact, I think it was in a list of things women are looking for in a partner these days, how things have changed in what women desire in a person they're looking to marry. And they were 86% more likely to go on a second date with somebody who mentioned that they had been in therapy, are currently going to therapy, or are contemplating therapy, looking for a therapist. So women find it very attractive when men take care of themselves, not only physically, but also mentally. And we're talking above here and right inside through the places, and taking care of your emotions and your thoughts is super sexy, more so even than someone who's very hot or attractive. 94% of the singles said it was most important to them that this be a person they can trust and confide in. So they wanted somebody who they could depend upon and they could share their secrets with, a confidant, somebody who wasn't going to cheat on them, someone trustworthy was very important. I think that shows that there's a segment of our population that is dealing with people who are less likely to commit and stay committed through the dating stage to get to the exclusivity part of a relationship or marriage. I don't know if it's worse now than it was when we were young, my age people, some of you out there a little bit younger. But they're talking about it more for sure. Maybe that's because of social media. But cheating is a thing that women talk about all the time and men talk about sometimes. To me, I'm not making generalizations on who's cheating more. I'm not talking about statistics right now. I'm saying it goes both ways. But people want someone they can trust and rely upon. There were 3 priorities that all came in at 92%. So still higher than looks here, a little bit lower than our first 2. And those were someone who is emotionally mature, someone who can communicate their wants, their needs, and their desires. And then the 92, again, it was very important for men and women to have somebody who could make them laugh. People weren't saying sense of humor, or maybe they phrased it differently. People will often tell me they want somebody with a sense of humor. That means different things to different people. I like that they made it specific and said somebody who can make me laugh, because that is a specific type of humor. And it would have to mesh with their own in order for it to make them laugh. So, for instance, puns, not my thing. My most recent ex, puns definitely his thing. Some people might think that was funny and it would make them laugh. Me, it made me cringe. So not my sense of humor. I would want somebody who makes me laugh, which he also did when he would tap into a different type of humor than his main his main sense, which was very not punny to me. So those three things, more important than the way somebody looks on the rating system here from Match.com. And then next on the list, this would be number 5. 89% of people said they wanted somebody who was comfort with their own sexuality. When you go a little deeper into that, it meant they are comfortable with who they are and their own probably orientation. So not somebody who's confused about their own orientation, and also comfortable with themselves sexually in a relationship with another person. Somebody who's comfortable with their own sexuality came in next on the list above somebody who's super great looking. And then number 6, Hinge, who was also owned by Match.com, did their own survey. And they found that, let me look at the statistic, 93% of people said that they were most interested, and it was more important than looks, that somebody be emotionally vulnerable, have good mental health, be in touch with their own emotions, be able to express their values, their feelings, their hopes, and their desires. So that comes down also, I think, to communication as well, but someone who's able to be mentally healthy, know that about themselves, and then a good communicator to be able to express those things to their partner. So people want somebody who does share their values, obviously, and somebody who's they think is attractive, obviously, but all of these things are coming in with a higher percentage of desirability than just being straight about, I find them attractive or sexually appealing or super hot. And then when we get to looks, the statistics there, 86%. Obviously, 86% is still a big percentage of people who are very concerned that they find somebody they're attracted to. That's the way it's always going to be, which is why we can't ignore that. But I love to see, and I love to be able to share, that there are other things that people find even more important on that list besides just the way somebody looks. Doesn't mean we can forget about way we look, what we wear, how we groom ourselves before dates. These things are important. We always want to be doing our best, but it's not the be-all, end-all that some people insist that it is, and I wanted to share that with you today. So I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up. My mom is saying thumbs up is super cool thing to do. All the cool kids are doing it. And then I hope you'll hit that ring bell to let you know every time a new episode goes live. And subscribing is just super great for the channel. It helps me out, so I'd enjoy that as well. Look forward to seeing you back here soon. And until then, have a good one. Let's get you up. Oh, you're going to hold on to me? Oh, sweetie girl. Sweetie girl. What are you looking at? You're looking at the camera? Yeah.